everyone. I want to go over a technique with you today about how to create really nice, neat, tight ribbing on your knitting machine. So I want to show you a project that I had made a while back. I do have a video on it, and this was my V-neck rainbow sweater that I had made. I was really happy with this project, but the one thing that I was a little frustrated about was how my ribbing had come out. It's kind of loose. It doesn't quite match the gauge of the rest of the sweater. So I wanted to talk to you all about how I was able to address this problem and tighten this up so that I don't run into this anymore. I have a new project on my machine, which I'm going to post as a video soon. And I already did my setup rows, and as you see, I've already started doing my rib. And the key to creating a good rib is having really good tension. So I have my yarn in the yarn guide here. If you don't have a yarn guide, you can just hold it. But the key is you want to hold this yarn kind of tightly, not too tight. You don't want to be gripping it too hard, but you want to have like some tension in there that the machine struggles with you ever so slightly. So now I'm advancing the machine to my next pin that I'm going to create the rib on, but I've been holding this kind of tightly, and you're going to notice that the stitches start coming out much tighter. So I'm going to remove this stitch from the machine. I'm going to unpick all the way down, and another pitfall is you want to make sure that you go one past your main yarn stitch. So I have 5 rows of waste yarn here. I want to actually go past this white stitch into the first waste yarn stitch. So that way when I put this on my knitting needles later and do a bind off, I can have a stretchy bind off. If you only do a slip stitch along these stitches here at the end when you are done with everything, you're not going to have any stretch on your rib. And case in point, on this sweater I had done that, and as you see, I have a rib. It's stretchy up here, but once you get to this part, there's no stretch, so it just doesn't have the give that you want to accomplish when you do a rib. I've picked all of these down to my waste yarn, and I'm going to begin the rib on that first waste yarn stitch, and now I'm just going to work my way up. And this you just do in the typical way, just one stitch at a time, laddering back up. And then I occasionally just pull on this just to make sure these stitches are straight, because again, when you hand pick, it's a little hard to make them 100% uniform. I'm going to put this back on the machine, and you can see it's tighter than typical. So now I'm going to go back to holding my yarn here, and I'm going to crank the machine, and I'm holding this fairly tightly, and then I'm just going to go to the next stitch. I'm going to go all the way down past my white yarn here into my waste yarn, and then I'm going to ladder it back up. Put that back on the machine, tuck everything under, and then I just give it a pull to kind of just get those stitches straight. And now again, I'm holding this pretty tightly, not too tightly that you can't move the machine, and then I'm going to move to the next stitch. And I'll show you guys what this looks like in a minute. And here is the finished result of this nice tight rib. It's really uniform. This is a thinner yarn, so I'm really happy with how this came out. If you liked this video and you gave this technique a shot, please let me know and like and subscribe. Have a good day. Bye-bye.